Good day, young scientists. I am your teacher M of Central Philippine University, and this is Happy Learning! Our topic for today is all about invertebrates.
Vertebrates. Invertebrates are any animal which lack vertebral column or backbone. These animals have body parts and functions which is very simple compared to those vertebrates. These are the classification of invertebrates. These are animals without a backbone. First is arthropoda. Next, echinodermata. Next, mollusca. Next, cnidaria. Next, annelida. Next, porifera. Next, platyhelminthes. And next, nematodes. Arthropods are joint-legged animals. Arthropods are animals that have body parts having an exoskeleton, segmented body, and paired jointed appendages. This is an example of arthropods: the bee, the butterfly, and dragonfly. Mollusk. Mollusks are animals which has a large phylum that includes snails, slugs, mussels, and octopuses. They have a soft, unsegmented body and live in aquatic or damp habitats, and most kinds have an external calcareous shell. So this is an example of mollusk. Also an example of mollusk, an oyster and an octopus. Echinoderm, or spiny-skinned animals. Echinoderm are marine animals which have a spiny endoskeleton. These animals have a water vascular system, tube feet, and radial symmetry as adults. The water vascular system of echinoderm works together, which enables them to get food. This trainer-like opening structure of an echinoderm is also called as a madrepore. These are also an example of echinoderm: sea urchin and sea lily. Sponges. Sponges are pore-bearing animals which have no tissue, no organ, and most have no symmetry. They vary in shape, some are round, others are shaped like bases, and some simply follow the shape of the object on which they lived. These are the examples of sponges. Cnidarians, or stinging cell animals. The former name of cnidarian is Solenterata or Solenterata. The basis used by these biologists in calling these animals as cnidarian is the presence of stinging cells called cnidocytes. Cnidocytes are used by these animals in paralyzing their prey. These are the examples of cnidarians: jellyfish and coral. Annelids are segmented worms. Segmented worms or annelids are animals which have body segments that allows for specialization of tissues and for efficient movement. So in this picture, this is an example of segmented worm. Platyhelminthes or flatworm. Flatworm are thin, flat acoelomate animals that can be freely living parasitic. These animals have a thin, flat body that resembles a ribbon and have definite head region and body organ. This is an example of flatworm. Nematodes or roundworms. Roundworm are unsegmented worms that have a long, thin, round bodies, pointed at both ends, and are covered with tough cuticles. Pinworm is an example of nematodes.
So young scientists, did you get it? Great! So, let's review.
What are invertebrates? Are any animal which lack vertebral column or backbone. Next, what are the classification of invertebrates? The classification of invertebrates are arthropods, mollusk, echinoderm, sponges, cnidarian, platyhelminthes, and nematodes. Answer the following question provided. Number 1. Give at least 5 classification of invertebrates. So these are the answers: arthropods, mollusk, echinoderm, sponges, cnidarian, platyhelminthes, and nematodes. Number 2. Give at least 2 examples of animals that belongs to arthropods, echinoderm, and mollusk. For arthropods, these are the animals which belongs to arthropods. Next, echinoderm. These animals are examples of echinodermata: starfish, sea urchin, sea cucumber, and sea lily. And lastly, mollusk.
That's all for today. See you next time. Goodbye.